Go get this book. Go get this book. My wife and I's book, titled It Was Told in Reverse, The Untold Truth About the Transatlantic Slave Trade. We informed the readers of a particular missionary group inside this book known as, a matter of fact, it was multiple ones, but I purposely pointed out, I believe, 2 of them in this book. But the missionary group that I'm familiar with inside of the book that I told you about was called the Congregation for Propagating the Gospel in Foreign Parts. Let me let that sink in again. Right up under, look, right up under this. I'm gonna go ahead and hold on. Let me make it bigger. Look at the name. Let me bold it. The Congregation for Propagating the Gospel in Foreign Parts. Yes, the title of their missionary group is informing you of their sole duty. They were a congregation for propagating the gospel in foreign parts of the New World to them. This is not the only society. They also had Society for Promoting Christian Knowledge. Y'all might have heard of that, SPCK. That's called Society for Promoting Christian Knowledge. Here go, yeah. Now, this pic say 1704. That's incorrect. It was 1701. The gift of the Society for Propagating the Gospel in Foreign Parts. It was 1701. But again, this is just one of them. Look at the image, though. Foreigners coming by sailboats. Look at how they portrayed the Indians already on their land. You think we were welcoming them with open arms? Look what he got in his hand. He got the Bible in his hand, don't he? The Christian... the cross right here. That's one of their logos, by the way. But yeah, a lot of people were involved in that. King William, Society for Propagating the Gospel in Foreign Parts. You had Society for Promoting Christian Knowledge. Thomas Bray was in there. The United Society for Propagating the Gospel. That was another one. All of this stuff came from the Church of England, but wait a minute. Church of England. So, Dane, are you telling us that it came from a church? Yeah, but Dane, who was in charge of the church? Wait a minute. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. You ready? Give him this one. You gotta buy the rights to have the King James. You gotta buy the rights. The National Portrait Gallery of London owned this picture, huh? Right? So I'm about to show y'all something. Because y'all know, again, they had societies for propagating the gospel in foreign parts. Okay? The reason why I keep showing you King James I is because he founded all of them, technically, because all of them fell up under the London Company, aka the Virginia Company, aka the Virginia Company of London. The Virginia Company of London was a joint stock company chartered by King James I in 1606 to establish a colony in North America. Stop. Did they send an army to come over here? Did they send an army to come over here? No, they did not. They sent missionaries. They knew they couldn't win the war. Again, they couldn't get you with the all this crap right here. Like they knights, they ain't bring no people like this over here. It wasn't no they were in armored suits and had swords. And it wasn't none of this, y'all. It was no guns, no swords. They came with the Bible. And I'm gonna ask y'all a question, chat, real quick, before we go any further. Tell me what King James is most famous for. What is King James famous for the most? Now, I done seen a couple answers. Hold on. I'm gonna drop a big bar for all of y'all. All of y'all are right, okay? But hold up. I'm talking about something specific here. Yes, that's what I'm talking about right there. King James allegedly finished the King James Version, which was also known as the Authorized Version of the Bible, in 1611. I'm getting somewhere with this. 1611, King James Version. It was allegedly the Authorized Version handed to the Protestants. The missionaries that came over here to America Catholics, Protestants, Quakers. Wait a minute. They were all together? Yes, they were. But what did we just say? The Virginia Company of London was a joint stock company chartered by King James I in 1606 to establish a colony of North America. The King James Version was done in 1611. I want y'all to see where I'm getting at here. I'm taking it slow for a reason because I want this to sink in what I'm about to show you next. Let me tell you first. King James couldn't have been his name because the letter J was not in the alphabet at that time. You ready? You ready? King James wasn't his name. The letter J wasn't in the alphabet at that time. You ready? We about to get deep. Let's see if y'all can make out this book. I'm going to just tell you, for the colony of Virginia, Britannia, look how things were spelled. Keep in mind, this at the bottom, it says 1612. Am I on big screen? Hold on. Just in case. 2 V's was a W. The V was a U. This is the original. Then this came out. For the colony of Britannia, laws divine, moral, and martial, etc. This came out in 1969. Look how long it's been since they tried to redo this now. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did y'all catch that yet? Y'all didn't catch that, did y'all? Hold up. The Virginia Company of London was a joint stock company chartered by King James I in 1606 to establish a colony in North America. The King James Version of the Bible came out in 1611. For the colony of Britannia, laws divine and moral and martial. Wait a minute. Isn't that what the Bible's supposed to be doing? I thought the Bible was supposed to give you the laws and divine order and the morals and the... Wait a minute. So what you doing this for? In 1612. Uh-oh. They said that the Bible was supposed to give you the laws and divine rights, divine order, the morals, and it's supposed to tell you about the standards, right? In 1612. The year after the King James Version. This exposing something. So if it's for the colony of Virginia, if it's for them, then who? The people that are there or the people going there? We're gonna get there. Hold up. We walking it down. So now it was done again in 1969. But notice how he changed the 2 V's to a W, changed the U into a V. Moral Marshall. Still got 2 L's. Compiled by William Strachey. 1969. I'm showing you for this for a reason because I'm sure it ain't gonna be $2 no more. But I'm gonna show you this for a reason because here's another thing. I want you to see this paragraph right here. This is the preface of that same book. Notice how it says this was copyrighted in 1969 by the rector and visitors of the University of Virginia. It was first published in London in 1612. This edition was published in 1969. What I want you to look at closely is right here. Well, he's talking about the book. This volume is a reprinting of the laws that were drawn up for the tiny colony of Virginia between 1609 and 1612. Let me back that up real quick because some of y'all probably didn't hear me. So let me make some noise real quick.
It's go time, Slim.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
This volume is a reprinting of the laws that were drawn up for the tiny colony of Virginia between 1609 and 1612. And then let's skip all the way down here to where he says American Historical Association were used in editing of this text of the laws, divine, moral, and martial. I have retained original spelling and punctuation except to transpose I and J and U and V to correspond to the modern usage. Again, I have retained original spelling of punctuation except to transpose I and J and U and V to correspond to modern usage. The letter J was not there in 1612.
But Dane, so what is it?
We getting there. We getting there.
What is it if his name is not King James, damn it? What is his name?
The J is not a J. It was the letter T. Hold up. A lot of y'all saying why, but that's the Chinese edition. Keep in mind, we talking about English.
Set it on fire.
English. Use the letter T. Use the letter T. When y'all say why, that's Chinese. We gonna get into that later, but I want to show you something. What does that make it, y'all? Thames. Uh-oh. It's King Thames. Wait a minute, y'all. Hold up. About to show y'all something. Here's another reason why we know. Don't London got a Thames River? Don't they got a Thames River? Not Thomas. Thames River. Yeah, they wouldn't just be naming it Thames for no reason. Huh? Looky, looky. I'm gonna scroll down just in case. Yes, sir. Thames. So what does that have to do with King James? Well, if it's King Thames, then it's the King Thames version. It's the version to tame the kings. I'm walking it down. Submitting. Submission. Wait a minute. Are they doing that to do the... Wait a minute, Dane. What? To make the king submit? Oh, it get deeper. The word king, right? The etymology of the word king. The descendant of a divine race. Listen. Descendant of a divine race. Leader of the people. Family race. The word kin is in king. Noble birth. One who descends from noble birth. The descendant of a divine race. This is referring to families. This is referring to us. They gonna hang you to King Thames, yeah, to tame the kings. Because think about it, whatever you want to be subject to, you have to tame it. Whatever they want you to be subject to, you have to tame it. There's your curse, ladies and gentlemen. It wasn't just Deuteronomy. It was the whole thing. They switched it later on and added the letter J so you can't find it. Because keep in mind that the gentleman that compiled the laws told you that he had to add the letter J in there, indicating that the letter J was not there at that time of 1612. Was not there at that time of 1612. Y'all know how deep that is? How you gonna learn today? King Thames. Again, to go back, he sent missionaries, right? With Bibles in their hand to tame the kings. They didn't come with no sword. Oh, this picture right here, they ain't come with no sword, no guns. They came with Bibles to tame you. This is the reason why they don't teach what happened realistically within the Bible? Of course not. Why would they tell you that? This is the reason why the Bible was not a history book. Another reason is because you can't find the Bible in the history book section of where they're selling books, like a bookstore. They're going to say it's inspirational and spiritual section. Listen to how deep that gets. This whole time, we're familiar with other versions of the Bible that came later, right? I'm going to show y'all another thing. Watch this. This is why I can't stand Wikipedia, but I'm going to show y'all something. I want to show y'all this. Matter of fact, I'm going to give y'all 30 seconds to think of a name that was handed to us that's very similar to Indian, but not quite Indian all the way. Not Niji. We're not talking about Niji. Niji came later. We talking about something that's older than Niji, that's still relating to Niji and Indian. All right, so let's type it down. A lot of people were saying this correctly. I-N-J-U-N. Right? Oh, let me, so it won't get confusing. Or won't be confusing. Let's make that pretty large. Now, they're going to say that this is the original 17th century mispronunciation of Indian. They're going to also say that it's generally considered offensive today. I'm trying to look. Let me give y'all a quote real quick, because I'm gonna post it up just so y'all can have it. This is what they're gonna say about this word now. Make it larger so y'all can see it. They're gonna say Indian is originally the 17th century mispronunciation of Indian. Now, when I told you that they taught us everything in reverse, here's another reason why you know that. Because the 17th century is what time period, y'all? Go ahead, say it real quick. Real quick. The 17th century is what time period? Say it in the chat. The 1600s. And didn't we just show that the 1600s ain't had a letter J? Hold up. You heard what I said? I can't see my chat. There you go. Everybody in the chat saying 1600s. Didn't I just say the letter J?
It's up.
Ooh. It's not there. So how can it be the mispronunciation of Indian, generally considered offensive, when it wasn't spelled this way? How was it spelled, y'all? Now keep in mind, they added J when it was actually spelled differently back then in the 1600s. The 1600s never had a J, never had a T. The correct spelling of this word back then is N-Gen with the G. That was the correct spelling. It never had a J. You see how they tried to throw the J on it, knowing that we was going to be able to trace it back and say, wait a minute, the J wasn't there. And that will make that J the T, but it was never spelled with the J. It was always spelled with G. What does this mean, though? You can find the word gen in a lot of great things, right? Yeah, indigenous, Genesis. There y'all go. What else? What else? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. God damn it. Generation, genetic. Talk to me. Genius. Talk to me. Ingenuity. Let's go. Let's fucking go. And they wanted to hide this from you. For this reason, when I tell you that you are the chosen people, I don't have to prove it by way of the Bible, because I could prove it in your name. Generator, genuine, general, Genesis, gentle. We got this. Yeah, it's in your gene. Look how deep that get. Engineer. Engine. That should make you question origin. No, right? As far as the spelling. Generosity. You right. Look. There you go, Iron. There you go. Yes, ingenuity. Big deal. Y'all. Origin. Aborigine. Aborigine. Gen. Here you go. Here you go. Generate. I'm proud of y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I'm very. I'm thankful. Those of y'all that's checking this live stream late, don't worry. It's gonna be up. We're gonna keep this in there. But yeah, this is the reason why they're trying to say that it was a mispronunciation of NDN. Used to mock or impersonate Native Americans. You see how they're trying to throw you off? They're trying to throw you off so you won't ever look into it. But it'd be right in front of you the whole time. It was always with a G. It was always with a, yes, oxygen. That's right. That's right, Lotus. Oxygen. Who said gin and juice? Okay. 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 I got you. But don't be, listen, you telling them yourself. It's too late to be on some gin and juice right now. Huh? But they usually tell you, notice how our people came up with the song, right? But what was they smoking on before they was hitting gin and juice? I mean, sipping on gin and juice. Laid back with their mind on their money and their money on their mind. What was they saying before that? All right, never mind, never mind. Leave it alone, bruh. Leave it alone. All right, listen. Look, I think that is so funny. And speaking of Snoop, matter of fact, I guess I can play this. Let me see if I got that. Speaking of that song, just because we spoke of that song, right?
The marshmallow. I got that Indian blood, so when I drink whiskey, I turn into something different. I got that Indian blood, so when I drink whiskey, I turn into something different. I got that Indian blood, so when I drink whiskey, I turn into something different.
All right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying, bro.
Set it on fire. 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 Fire.
It's up.
I'm just here to make you think.
Slow down. Yeah. Sub up like